Titans Ed here, back to do another video review, and I figured, I think it's time to get back to the thrilling 30s, Transformers, Legends Class, Starscream, and Waspinator. Picked these up at Target a couple of days ago, along with Megatron and, I forget the name of his little Target Master, or Shield Master, I guess is the better word. Yeah, I found these two, finally. I was getting worried and about ready to start ordering stuff off BigBadToyStore.com again. It's usually when I start getting worried and wanting to order stuff off BBTS is when it finally pops into stores, most times. These are pretty awesome. I've got a couple of gripes, and it's mostly in Starscream. Or not Starscream, Waspinator. Now, it is an interesting concept of teaming these two up, as in the Beast Wars episode, of course this doesn't say here. There was an episode in the Beast Wars series, in Beast Wars Season 1, where Starscream returned and possessed Waspinator. It was kind of cool. It was also a nice little reference to the Ghost of Starscream episodes in G1. But yeah, that's Waspinator. It's a okay mold. Mine's, I'm not sure if this is universal, but mine's has some problem with its weapons mode. And first I'm going to show you, like, robot mode. You just simply kind of fold down the head, and there you go, Waspinator. Yeah, Waspinator's getting a little love this year, finally. He's got two figures. This little guy, and a deluxe version that's coming out, I guess next year. Probably early next year. So I thought that was kind of cool. One of my favorite Predacons getting a little love, finally. If my only complaint about this figure is the peg that holds the wing / gun barrel in place. I don't know if it's mine, but it is incredibly loose, and it just goes everywhere. It just flies everywhere. It's so annoying. Like a real wasp. Speaking of gun mode, and what I do to kind of hold the gun in place is I kind of fold the bug head up and kind of wedge it up in there, and it keeps the gun in place. My only complaint about gun mode, see back there, that's supposed to be Waspinator's stinger. It gets in the way in both for Starscream to hold it in vehicle mode and gun mode, or in vehicle mode and robot mode. It really isn't necessary back there. I'm almost tempted to shave that off and then shave down the end of this to make it resemble a stinger a little bit more. I'm sure I'm not the only one who's thought of that, but you can attach it to his back. Unlike the Autobot ones, the Decepticon ones don't look as good attached. Yeah, that looks kind of weird. Let's take that off. Now, this Starscream, I think, is supposed to be based off the F-22 Raptor. A very wing-modified F-22. My only complaint about this mold, visible head syndrome. I mean, severe visible head syndrome. They couldn't have had it just fold down. I mean, they had the hinge work in place, and they couldn't just get it to fold down and at least look like it's attempting to hide. Oh well. Other than that, the mold is pretty awesome. I love the null rays. They look great. And luckily, you don't actually have to detach the null rays to transform this guy. I love that. So far, the only thing I found to be super annoying in this robot mode is, I think I managed to get... maybe I just seen things the other day. I swear I thought I saw yellowing on the gray plastic. I must have been just seeing things the other day when I was in Target. I swear I saw... This was the only Starscream, unfortunately. So, but yes, this is Starscream in his robot mode. I love this design. I kind of wish this was the Starscream you saw in the Generations Megatron comic. Because, ooh, would I love to set up one of those scenes on my shelf with Starscream cowering for his life against that Deluxe Generations Megatron. Waspinator, he can hold him. Again, like I said, that stinger gets in the way. It's just way too high up. It really is. Now, for whatever reason, and on the Artworks box, it has Starscream. Oh, can he do it? Yeah. He can also hold his null ray like a gun, like a regular gun. I don't know why it does it, but it's actually doing it on the box art, which was something weird when I looked at it. It's like, why is Starscream doing that? My complaints with the figure, I think, are held in only on my mold. I'm actually considering buying a second one to see if this happens. Like I said about the Waspinator pin back here, I think is a little too loose. One of my other problems is that this arm is incredibly loose. I mean, it holds position fine. It just comes off way too easily. Like, the other one doesn't do that. It takes a fair amount of force to pull it off. I want to get a second one to see if maybe it was just me getting just a bad mold out of the bunch. But other than that, like a lot of fans, I agree. This is probably one of the best out of the Legends class molds. I really hope to see Skywarp and Thundercracker, since they are doing deluxe Fall of Cybertron Starscream deluxe Thundercracker and Skywarp molds. I've already got the Thundercracker. I just need that Skywarp. But I'd love to see those two paint jobs, and maybe with different guns. That wouldn't be too bad. But overall, it's not a bad figure. I definitely can recommend it if you are getting these so that you can have something size comparable to, say, the Metroplex Titan class figure coming out. But yeah, this is pretty awesome. If you can find him, I would say definitely pick him up. But be wary. Make sure you, let me know if you're having the same pin problem as I'm having. Because I swear, this pin is driving me nuts. And I really want to get a second one just to see if that pin is, if it's solely on my figure, or if it's on all Waspinators, because that's driving me a little crazy. But other than that, not a bad figure. So until next time, this is Titan Zed saying I'll see ya when I see ya.